We're live. We almost weren't. Sid, do you want to tell the people that we're bad communicators?
Yeah. Well, so I thought you were saying that it was these 2 weeks. I thought you were like, oh, I can't next week too. I can't remember why. And then I was like, well, we'll just let people know. I mean, it's holidays and then it's my birthday. And you were like, yeah. And so I thought we were both on board being that. Anywho. Um,
Yes, and I read it as so I had to change, we had to leave earlier for Thanksgiving last week than we thought, so I couldn't record on the date we were supposed to. So I took it as we'll just not do it this week because we didn't end up having time the rest of the week. And that I knew you threw your birthday in there, which I thought was weird at the time, but I was just like, okay, yeah, whatever. And then I texted you earlier today and was like, hey, we still get to record? And you were like, I thought we were taking this week off. I was like, oh no.
yeah, I have nothing prepared.
Okay, I have a question then.
Yeah.
What were you going to do last Wednesday then?
Oh, I was hoping that with Thanksgiving you would have to cancel and then you
See?
would so so when you were like, "I'm so sorry, I have to cancel." I played it real cool and I was like, "Oh, that's all right." I was really nice about it, but I also wasn't going to like
Do you know how? Oh, that's a dick move. You are shady. You are Slim Shady. I felt so bad too. I was
Oh,
like,
you're
oh,
so
I'm the
metal.
worst. And you're like, oh my gosh, it's totally fine.
I like what was wrong with me being nice? It was totally fine. I was being really
Because
nice.
but I didn't know that had I not canceled, that you would have had to.
Well, I might have just
Dirty, dirty.
shattered
Bullshit.
away,
Okay,
shattered
well,
like a shatter.
we're we're clearly on our bullshit tonight, and because Sid was not prepared last week or this week, I painstakingly spent hours and hours and days and years preparing this very well thought out game. Actually, within the last couple of hours, I Googled some stuff and we have a shoddily put together game that we're going to play. And hopefully, it'll be entertaining.
Yeah.
Oh, so we did mention
Yeah.
though, it is your B Day coming up in a couple days as we're recording this. It's
What,
2 days away. Uh, I really wish I had these, but I don't. Do you want to play the birthday bongos? Do you remember doing that in
The
elementary school?
birthday. Yeah. Bongo, 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 bongo.
All I remember is like I don't know if it's the chorus or what, but it's like, uh, it's a calypso birthday party. It's a
Oh, yeah.
calypso birthday
It was
party.
very Mary Kate and Ashley.
It was. And then you'd end it with play the birthday bongos for me. Cha cha cha.
Yeah, the cha cha cha. Got me every time. So good.
So basically, in our elementary school music class, when it was somebody's birthday, you got to go up and you got to play literal bongos in front of the class while the class sang the birthday bongo song to you. And it was the greatest experience of
Well,
our elementary school careers.
especially because that teacher hated children.
Oh, she loathed
She
children.
hated them so hard, and she was his elementary school music teacher.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it was the only time she was nice, and you got to play some bongos.
Yeah, the bongo
Bongos.
really brought out the best in her.
Yeah, she
It doesn't
needed to
always do
hit
that
the
for
bongo.
people.
Yeah, sometimes it just brings out the worst, particularly if you're a white guy with dreads on a college campus. It does not. It's not a good look.
No, no, but yeah, that was the only
There,
time she and we were happy.
there, there was once a guy outside of there are numerous halls on the like dorms on the campus that I went to, and one of them that I wasn't in, but I pretty much lived in because I became friends with everybody on like this floor. It was yeah, so she and I became friends because we went to high school and middle school together, and then we like met people on her floor, became friends. So I was over always at this hall, and this dorm always smelled like weed. Like the elevator was always just like a hot box. It was known as like the
Oh,
party gross dorm. Loved
yep.
that place. But I remember one night there was a guy very much as I described, and he was like playing bongos at like 1 a.m. outside
No.
of you might have to bleep it, which is the dorm. And I can't remember, I think it might have been me, or it was like a few of us. I'm pretty sure that was me, and we just leaned out the window and we're just like, shut the fuck up, you're not good.
You're
Which
not
was
even
very
good.
it was very mean, but it was also 1 a.m. and I mean, we were there partying and sneaking booze into the dorm, but like we didn't want bad music to it, you know?
No, I think bongo playing in general should probably end by, I would say, 10 p.m.
Yeah, no, that's a good bongo cutoff.
Yeah, that's a reasonable hour.
And then it does have to change for like time daylight savings and whatnot. I do think it
Mm-hmm.
should really change then because it gets darker, and like once it's whichever one where it gets darker, like you can't be
This
bongoing.
one.
Yeah, this the time
Yeah,
we're at now. It's too late to bongo right now, and it's only like 8:30.
you're right. Okay, let's enact some change on college
Okay.
campuses regarding bongos.
Look up our change.org petition, please.
Could somebody create that for us first, and then
Yeah.
you can look it up because
It's
we'll forget.
just called bongo responsibly.
Oh shit! What was that other game? I was almost gonna say like, and then we'll get to the episode, but our whole episode is
No,
gonna be bullshit.
it's
So
going to be this
just
hot potato.
was that what it was called? Where with like the dodgeball in music class?
Yeah.
It was called hot potato. Okay,
I mean, it was like it might have been called something different, but it was hot potato.
that's all it was. Okay.
And that was the only also the that was like the other fun time, which was like when people were doing their little music tests, which was like sitting up there and playing while she
Oh
like
yeah.
told you were bad. Everybody to be quiet. We would sit on our desks and we would play hot potato with a dodgeball. And sometimes people got hit pretty hard.
Well, yeah, it's a dodgeball. It's like kids
Yeah.
can't help but get a little crazy with that thing. We learned so much about not music in that class.
I learned about middle age rage in that class.
She also used to wear the real tight, high colored Wranglers. I very distinctly remember like a teal pair of Wranglers.
Oh yeah.
Remember? And like a
Yeah.
Western style shirt.
Yeah, she had a vibe.
She did have a vibe. I mean, she stuck to it. Like, you
And
know
I
what? Good
love
for her.
anybody who sticks to their vibe, whether like it's like a vibe I would choose or not. Like I like anyone who commits. It's why I like anime.
Okay, so you know what? Maybe she was just misunderstood. Maybe.
No, I think she was mean.
Well, she was mean.
Yeah, I don't think the
No, you're
Wranglers
right.
had anything to do with that. I think she was just a mean lady who hated children and loved music.
We literally had like a business teacher at some point, I think it was in high school, who the first day of class said that she did not like children. And there was just like this wave of silence that kind of came over us that was like, what the fuck are you teaching? What are you doing
Yeah.
here? And we're high schoolers. We're the worst. The worst. Like, what are you doing here? What kind of purgatory have you put yourself in?
Yeah, that's where you can tell like she wanted to be a professor, but those jobs are so hard to get that she's like, I'm stuck with all of you and I hate you.
We, I was going to say off the subject, but it's not. There's no subject.
I was going to say,
Uh,
can't get off the train if we never got on the train.
choo choo. There was this daycare teacher, and I'm using quotes
Bunny
because
ears,
of
yeah.
this woman. Yeah, not because I don't have respect for daycare teachers, because I do for the good ones. And she was the worst. She was the worst. My kids were scared of her. And we actually like complained to the director before we pulled the girls out. And she was basically just like, yeah, she used to like be a college professor, so she can be like a little, essentially was like, oh, she can be like a little rough around the edges or a little harsh. And we're like, she shouldn't be around children. Like, I don't care that she was a college professor. And why is she no longer a college professor would be my
Well,
question.
I just think it's weird to be like, I don't even know how to explain it. It's just weird to make that like an excuse of like why she's bad with kids. It's like, okay, well then maybe hire somebody who's good with kids. I'm sure there's another college professor who's good with kids you could have hired. Like I don't think it's her being a college professor. I think she's just shouldn't be with children.
Right. I'm like, well, I imagine they're still looking for educators of adults. So it concerns me that she is no longer doing that, especially because famously daycare positions really don't pay that much, and they're kind of a
Mhm.
thankless job. I mean, so is probably being a professor in a lot of ways, but anyway, she was terrible. The end. Okay, are you ready for our game?
I am, yeah.
Is it
I'm
game time?
having
Okay,
a holiday ale. Look at it.
let me see. Ooh, it's beautiful. Oh,
Thanks.
it literally says holiday ale. I thought
It
you'd
does.
nicknamed it
It's
that.
flavors of cranberry and spice.
Flavors of spice.
Cranberries and spice. Whatever the
Okay.
spices are. Just some spice.
Just spice. It's just spicy. So, this, again, I very painstakingly put together. I'd like you to know. It's our 90s, naughties. It's essentially like this or that or would you rather game.
Hot.
Would you that is what we could call it.
Would you that?
Would you that? First question. In Sync or Backstreet Boys?
Oh no. Here's the problem.
No, you can't say neither.
No, I
Oh, okay,
can't
okay.
tell them apart really.
Okay, I actually, that's fair. Do you need to look up the members?
No, because I don't care. Like they're all boys. I don't care about the members. I need to look up the jams.
The songs. So, yeah, you look that up. NSYNC would have had, they have Bye Bye Bye, which is like a great one. Backstreet Boys has that Backstreet's Back, All Right.
Eh. But I want it. Okay, I want it that way. So here's
Mm-hmm.
point. All right, we're gonna have to go back and forth. Point. It's gonna me. And bye bye bye. And this I promise you. In sync. Ooh, this is spice.
It's harder. It's harder than you would think.
It really is. And it's not that hard, but like it's slightly challenging.
Mm-hmm.
This I promise you. What would you choose, Obes? Because you have to do this too, right?
Yeah, I'm going to answer too. I was actually thinking about this as I was waiting because I did have to look up like who was in each of them. I was going to say NSYNC at first because I do love Lance Bass. I think he's great. But, and obviously, like, they have great songs. Like, Bye 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 is amazing. The music video where they're all like puppets is,
Oh,
I love it.
iconic,
It's iconic.
gorgeous.
Yes. Backstreet Boys, though, like, I actually sang a Backstreet Boys song for a talent show in elementary school. So it's like, how do you discount that? I sang the You Are My Fire.
My
The
one
one
desire.
desire. And I got so nervous before. No, shut up. I have to tell you my painful story. So my friend was playing piano to it. So this was a piano
Oh
version
shit!
of this song. Oh yeah, we went acoustic.
You went hard as fuck on that back street.
We weren't messing around. But here's the thing. I got so nervous leading up to my turn. I'm going to let you drink. That I plucked all of my eyelashes out.
No,
Which I gotta tell you, not a confidence booster. Would not recommend. Do not do that before a live performance.
that's called. Isn't that called trick something or other? Do you still pluck your eyelashes when you're nervous?
No, no, it was like that one time I was so nervous, didn't realize I was doing it. I had like 2 eyelashes, and then I had to go on stage and sing my little heart out.
No. How did it go?
I don't remember. I mean, mom and dad said it was good, but like, as mom and dad.
Yeah. Now
I
they
think
would
a
tell us the
teacher-
truth, but then they'd be like, "Oh, you were great." Now
You
they'd
were
be
so
like,
good. Everybody's jealous of you.
"Now, mom." Dad would either be like, "I don't really remember," or he'd be like, "You were great." Mom would be like, "You were flat. You were a little flat." Now,
Mom. Yeah, a teacher I think said I did well, but then my friend was getting really irritated because like the 2 compliments I got, she was like, "Well, I was playing piano." Like, and nobody said anything to me. And I was like, "Listen, Linda, I have no eyelashes, okay?
was
Cut me a
gonna say-
fucking break."
at least you have your eyelashes, Linda. Oh man.
Name's not Linda, by the way, but
Yeah, I mean,
okay,
I'm
who
gonna
is named Linda?
I'm gonna pick NSYNC just because Backstreet Boys, I would say fewer songs that like I want it that way. I fucking love. But NSYNC has more songs that like when I go to my old 90s jams, I'm most
Yeah.
like between the two of them, I'm playing more NSYNC.
Okay. That's fair. That's fair.
Okay, hit me with question 2, Biscuit Bear.
Question 2. Bop it or skip it?
Skip it. Bop It gave me stress.
Really? See, skip it, I don't like, it's too hard. After like a couple skips, I'm done. I'm tired.
I mean, both of them I don't particularly like, but Bop It gave me a lot of stress.
Okay. We are like opposite C's on this so far.
Do we even
Okay.
have anything in common? No, we already know
No.
that.
And yeah. Why
We
would
don't
you
even
ask
look that much alike. We really don't share many hobbies or interests.
Except for this podcast.
Yeah.
This is the only thing we like.
Well, no, now I'm saying
together.
I'm like we had a lot of things.
Barbies.
We had things as kids, yeah, but it's like, do we even like each other now, or is it just that we're
Well, this game will decide that.
okay? Let's go,
Okay.
you little Bop It bitch.
Skip it, skank. No, but seriously, suck it. Question number 3. Okay, get serious. Slap bracelets or scrunchies?
Slap bracelets.
Fucking scrunchies, you dumb bitch. Slap bracelets are useless. Do you hear me?
Yeah, but
That's not gonna hold your hair.
no, but I like the slapping.
Okay. All right.
It's also a good fidget toy.
Yeah, I bet teachers love it. Just like every 5 seconds, like,
and-
whoosh.
Middle school, elementary school, they ended up getting banned at our school, I'm pretty sure. Or at least
Yeah, that
in my
doesn't
class
surprise
they
me.
did because of the slapping. Don't abuse it. Like if you don't need
Yes.
it, don't abuse it. Cuz like for me, stuff like that would have really helped in school. And
Yes.
because I have I don't know if I've talked about this on the podcast, but I have pretty severe ADHD, and if you don't know, ADHD is more than just like distraction. It has a lot of effects on like your emotional, like your mental health. You know what? I'm not here to educate you. As I heard in one of my favorite shows, come correct or be corrected. So like check yourself before you wreck yourself, etc., etc.
Word.
But I'm like, that stuff would have been really helpful for me, but I could also see just like a bunch of kids just goofing off and fucking around. And
Yeah.
that's a bummer. Cause like, I don't know. I think that like things like that should be more acceptable in schools and the workplace. Like I have a little fidget at work and it's super tiny, and I'm having to interact with people a ton and do a bunch of like very detail oriented, but frankly like a lot of it is tedious, and it helps me to have like a tiny little toy to fidget around. And yeah, if my boss was like, hey, that's distracting, I'd be like, cool, find a new manager.
No, I totally agree. And I think for a lot of kids it is helpful. But yeah, I think it's hard to find that line between like the kids that are using it just as like distraction techniques or like toys, as opposed to kids who like need it to concentrate.
Or like self-soothe.
Yes, yeah. But I was trying not to laugh when you were first going into the ADHD because I didn't want to sound like an asshole. I was only laughing because I think every other episode that I've edited of you, you say that you're out of your ADHD medicine. So I'm like, yeah, you've mentioned it.
I forgot. I am out again. Bingles. Can you text me?
It's like every week.
Can you text me? I've been out for a couple months. Can you text me on my birthday to get my meds?
Oh, I was going to text you now. I'll try to remember. Happy birthday. Get your meds. Okay.
Yeah, no, that would be great. I would love that.
So we are 3 for 3 opposite C's.
Okay.
Next question.
Oh, yeah. Go.
Yes. Microwave pizza. Now I'm talking like the little individual size with the tiny square pepperonis.
Ah.
Okay. Or kid cuisine.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, now it's getting
well, like,
real.
okay. It was too, like, which kid cuisines? Because they're not all created equal.
Oh, you're right.
The ones that had pudding, love.
Yeah. Those are the ones I remember. Or like they called it a brownie.
But it's like, what was it truly?
Yeah, it was just like hot melted chocolate.
Look, if it's like the fish stick kid cuisine was not where it was at. So if it's that one, like all the
No.
way tiny pizza. If it's the chicky nug though, I can taste those chicky nugs right now and that weird brownie melty, the weird brownie thing, that brownie
Yeah.
mistake that's also so right.
Okay, well, let's say it's the chicken nuggets kid cuisine then.
Fuck me. That I'm looking at pictures right now. Just pictures
I
and
wouldn't because
pictures
I
of
feel
kid
like it
cuisine.
doesn't look good.
No, it's reminding me of how it tastes.
Or like the one with the mashed potatoes or the
Oh
mashed
God! And they
something.
were like weirdly watery, but still good. And starchy. It was just starch and butter, and that corn. The mac and cheese one wasn't very good, but also I really liked it,
Oh, I mean, like
but not
mac and
love.
cheese is just mac and cheese. Like you're
Yeah,
gonna eat it. I know this was a tough one.
as as a kid, because as a kid I didn't love pizza, which is funny because now I
Okay.
fucking love pizza. Do you remember that? Do you remember how I used to just take the toppings and cheese off and then I'd hand you the rest and you would eat it?
My youngest does that. Why do you pass these things on to my children?
That's so
You
funny.
No, she does, and it drives me absolutely bonkers.
That's incredible. That
Like,
is
what are you even eating?
the cheese and the toppings, and then you pass the gross. Here's the thing. I think it's because, especially when mom and dad would get it from, was it Papa? Yeah, Papa John's. I really didn't like their sauce or the pizza dough. I didn't mind the
Papa
so
Murphy's. It's
Papa
We don't have a
Murphy's.
Papa John's.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Papa Murphy's. I'm sorry guys, I wasn't into your sauce, and I would be willing now to try, but I will not pay for it. So you'll have to send it to me.
Please
But
sponsor us.
look, I'll do a full on taste review if I get a P. John's
Murphy's. Say
Murphy's.
their name right.
See, look, it's just do better, or maybe you have, and I just don't know.
You know, that is interesting though, because I did not care for P. Murph's pizza when I was younger either. Like, I would eat it, but it wasn't my favorite. And now I freaking love it. So either we have changed or their formula has changed, and I don't know which. So I guess you need to try it now.
The next time we hang out, we should get Papa Murphy's and then make our trashy. I'm going to call them the bluey slushies,
Yes, the spiked slushies.
the spike slush.
Oh,
Hell
that was the
yeah.
best. Okay, let's do
It was
that.
so
And
good.
then we can
Yeah.
finally decide, is it us or is it them?
Yeah. You know, I really would love to get pizza from all the like very fast foody pizza places in hometown and do a taste comparison and then rank them.
Okay. We don't have many left.
Well, then it would just be easier. You know
Yeah,
what
I
I really
suppose.
did like? Little Caesars. It was so gross in there, but it just I loved their garlic bread in particular, and their pizza was just it was
It's
actually really
pizza.
good. It was really good in the way that like we're not talking about high quality like in current town, there's some pizza places that are really good where it's like super fresh and kind of bougie. No, this was like 90s, 2000s. You're getting pizza with your friends on your like high school lunch break, and
Yep.
that Little Caesars, and they would do a deal.
It's so cheap. They're always doing deals. Well, and the Little Caesars and the Kmart was where it was at. That
Oh,
pizza was
fuck
actually
yeah.
fucking good. It doesn't taste that good anymore.
Well, we don't have the Kmart one. It's gone.
I know, but we have one in town again.
And it's just not the same. They're doing
It's
something different.
fine, but yeah, it's not the same. Like the Kmart one was where
That's
it was
where we
at.
that's where we would go because it would be like $5 for like 2 slices or something. So my friend Wendy and I would go there for lunch
Yeah.
a lot.
You can still get a $5 pizza there, like whole pizza.
That's
But it's just like
banana
it's
breads.
meh. Like it's fine. It's pizza. You and I ate at a really good pizza place in Denver. It was like bitch pizza or something. What was it called? Sexy pizza.
Sex bitch pizza. Sexy pizza in Denver was really good.
It was.
I feel like we didn't post any of our fun pics on the Insta when we were Denvering, did we? I think we posted them on like your Insta.
We did
and
on
mine.
personal. Yeah, we didn't do it. So I'll have to find
where-
some and post it for this episode.
Yeah, post the sexy pizza it was awesome.
It was really good. You might have to send me some of your pictures.
Okay, yeah. Also, the lady there, she was very cute. She was really pretty.
She was.
Right?
Everyone there was
And
really nice.
yeah, but she was from Current Town.
I
Do you
don't
remember that?
remember that.
Yeah,
No.
yeah, she was from Current Town.
Oh, good for her.
Yeah.
Now she's working at Bitch Pizza.
Bitch pizza. You and I should open a place and call it Bitch Pizza, but it's just Little Caesars that we put in different branded boxes.
It's just day old Little Caesars.
And we'll put them in like a hot pink box that just says bitch on it.
Did you ever answer the question?
No.
Did either of us? No.
No, you didn't. What are you going with?
I think I'm going with kid cuisine because I have better memories associated with it because we always got kid cuisine when we had a babysitter and that was always like a special treat.
Or sometimes like when Dad was in charge of our food.
Yeah, it was always just like a quote unquote like special occasion type thing. Like we didn't get it all the time.
Yeah, it was like a special type of thing. Yeah, I think I would go kid cuisine too. If it's the chicky nug.
Chicky nug, kid cuisine. Okay, we're finally on the same page. All right. This one, I'm not sure you're going to have an answer to. 17 magazine or Elle Girl magazine?
Of course, I loved those magazines.
Okay, I'm sorry.
And Tiger Beat.
Cut that. I'm sorry.
No, don't cut it. I want people to know your shame.
Okay, then pick one.
17, I think, was the one I liked more.
I definitely, I loved 17. I had issues upon issues. Elle Girl felt a little bit more cool and mature once that came out. Yeah, it was more like high fashion stuff, but I think 17 is where it's at. And I saw a quick blip that it was started in 1944.
Hell yeah. Ooh, maybe that'll be my next episode. I totally forgot about the magazines.
That would be a good one, and you would be good at that.
I love shit about magazines and newspapers and journalism history and
paper.
Publication history is really fascinating to me because I'm a little fucking dork.
No, that's great, but you do really well with those episodes. What did you say?
I just said you're a virgin who can't drive.
Nice. Thanks. Okay. So we both agreed on 17. Good. Kim Possible or Lizzie McGuire?
Oh, why do you hurt me like this? I think it might be Kim Possible.
Okay.
I'm guessing you're going to go with Lizzie McGuire.
Yeah. It was a hard one, though, because they both spoke to me in different ways, but Lizzie McGuire really just
You were Lizzie McGuire.
Hit me at that time. Yes, it was I am Lizzie and she is me. And I finally felt seen as a stupid white teenage girl. But, because we're not seen ever in media.
Well, as girls, we aren't. Often.
Well, fair enough. So I loved that fucking show. And I loved her inner, what would you call that?
Monologue.
Yeah, inner monologue, Lizzie.
Dialogue? I don't know.
The cartoon Lizzie. Anyway, why do you choose Kim Possible?
Well, I love, when I was a kid, I loved secret agent stuff.
Mm-hmm. Fair.
And I really...
And cargo pants.
I do. And where did my pants go? I bought recently some new camo pants and I don't know where they are. I haven't seen them in a month or so. I should find them and wash them or sniff them, see if they're clean and just put them on. Anywho, I love the secret agent nerd shit. And I really Kim I was like, do I have a crush on her? Do I want to be her? Which is the eternal bi girl lesbian struggle. And the answer is almost always yes, both. And then I was like, I remember as a kid distinctly having feelings about Shigo and not understanding what they were and being like, oh, she's mean and hot. That's what I like.
This is the start of some problematic shit.
There's this hilarious, because you're not a lesbian or a bisexual, there's this whole thing on Tumblr and the internet and just in gay and gay adjacent girl culture about how all of us for some reason fucking love the villains, the female villains, and we're she's just misunderstood. And just I'll have to send you this little sketch somebody did where they're like creating this female villain, and they're like, yeah, and she kills like her brother and she's really sad about it, and they're like the person's like, what if she's like not sad about it? What if she killed more people? And what if she's like really beautiful? And it's just making fun of all of us little queers and the weird thing about female villains.
That's adorable.
It's problematic, but it's also my culture.
A lot of culture is problematic, so that's on brand. Brittany or Christina?
Brittany.
I knew you were going to choose Brittany. I think it has to be Brittany for me too, although it gave me pause.
Mm-mm.
No? Not even a
No,
little.
not even
You
a
were
pause. No.
sure?
Brittany, I like more of her music, and also I just feel like
A girl, not yet a woman.
always just a tiny. I don't know too if it's almost like her persona is more empathetic to me or what, but I don't know. I just like Brittany. I'd go Brittany. Why did you pause though? Why did you have pause?
Because Genie in a Bottle, I did like I remember dancing around in my room to that song, and also because of the Dirty album.
Yeah, remind dirty, dirty, dirty.
Look up the album cover first of all. I
I
mean,
think
it's
I
still
can
Britney
picture
for
it.
me.
Oh, yep. Yep, I remember.
Yep, she had like the
Dirty.
black hair extensions, and it was like
Yeah.
black and white. And the songs on that are good. That was a great album though, and she like Christina is a powerhouse. Like you
Oh,
can't
yeah.
deny that she has like an amazing voice. But yeah, there's just like something about Britney. Obviously her songs are great, but I totally get what you're saying. So it's Britney for me too. All right, next question. Unsolved Mysteries or Snapped?
Unsolved Mysteries.
It's Unsolved Mysteries for me too.
Do you remember how mom would sometimes leave those on, and we'd be, or at least with me, like it'd be Unsolved Mysteries. And I want to also set the scene. I was in elementary school. So it was Unsolved Mysteries, you were as well. Unsolved Mysteries or Lifetime, like a Lifetime movie, but the Lifetime movie was always like, it wasn't Lifetime how we know it now. It like Lifetime was only like women being murdered by their husbands or like child
Yes.
predators. And mom would always have like one of those off, and then she'd fall asleep. And I remember distinctly there was one where this little boy, I don't know if he had been assaulted or something, but that like there's this creepy man he was really afraid of, and he kept just picturing him. I still remember this. It was at the Z house. So we moved when I was in 6th grade, so I had to be really young. And I just remember the creepy man like peering around the door and smiling and slowly opening it, and the little boy sobbing. And I remember being so scared, but I was too scared to get off the couch and get the remote. So I just huddled by mom as she slept and watched this horrifying Lifetime movie.
Night night.
Yeah. I talk to friends about this a lot, and my therapist.
That's probably good.
Unsolved Mysteries being like, have you seen this mother and child? Because they're gone forever, but we're looking. This is probably why I have, I almost said a nightmare illness. That sounded very Victorian of me.
Oh.
A nightmare illness. No, this is why I do have a little nightmare diagnosis. Can't remember what it's called, but it's in the chart. It's in the chart, and I've been given.
It's so scary you can't speak its name.
I can't speak his name. No, but I have been given some, like, over the past 5 years, I've been put on various medications for it. And one of them, I guess, was given to, like it would knock me out for so long. I had to stop taking it because it was supposed to last, like, 9 hours, but it lasts something insane, like, 15. And
Oh
I
my
guess it was
gosh.
given a lot to, like, veterans who have really bad PTSD.
Oh.
And anyways, I now have one that is it doesn't really work great, but nothing else has worked. Send me your drug ideas.
Good. Okay, so Unsolved Mysteries.
Sorry.
It's okay. Pieces of Me or Goodbye Earl?
Riley. Oh, my pieces of me. Marianne and Wanda were the best of friends all through their high school days. Bold members of the 4-H club, both active in the FFA. I think I can actually sing the entirety of that song.
Oh, same. Absolutely.
This is difficult, but I might have to go with Goodbye Earl because it was I feel like it was one of the first times mom kind of introduced us to like true crime and the idea that like the person you should be able to trust most might kill you or beat you. And you know, mom was just all about introducing us to those topics as children. I remember feeling really weird about the song, but also being obsessed with it.
Oh, yeah. We listened to it all the time. We would sing along to it. We watched the music video
So
with
great.
the dead guy dancing around.
Yeah, did you have confusing feelings about it as well?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, yeah, because at first, like, you know, when you're a kid and you're first listening to a song, I feel like you're not really hearing the lyrics. So you're just kind of like jamming out. And it's like each time you listen to it, you're getting a little more and a little more. And it was like, oh, okay, she's in an abusive relationship. Okay, so that happens. And then like, they fed him something. Oh, he died. Oh, they killed
They
him.
killed him and then covered it up. And it's weird because it's like I felt anxiety about them being caught, but also I couldn't stop thinking about the fact that they murdered somebody and they just are constantly living with that.
It's a lot. It's a heavy song. And that music video is not heavy. It is like
No.
campy and
But
bizarre.
I'm gonna pick that song. Like I love the pieces of
Same.
me is just
I mean, so good.
a piece of me.
And you
It has become a piece.
and you just don't hear writing like that anymore, you know?
God, we need to make we should call it Win Mix and we should make an ultimate just like playlist on
Okay.
Spotify with all of our jams. Should we differentiate between we know this is bad but we loved it and this still slaps, or should it just be one cluster fuck? You guys let us know.
Probably one clusterfuck. Otherwise, it's going to be there's already a 50-50 chance we're not going to do it whatsoever. If we make it too hard, we're definitely
Yeah,
not.
I mean I would say more like 70-30. That's true. Yeah.
Put it all together.
Okay, all together. Mushy mashy.
Wish mash. Okay, we're agreed on Goodbye Earl. Would you rather be in the group, the Cheetah Girls, or Josie and the Pussycats?
Honestly, neither.
You have to pick one.
I guess
Your
I
life
don't.
depends on it.
Oh God,
I thought you liked Josie and the Pussycats.
the Pussycat Dolls or the
No,
Pussycat?
Josie and the Pussycats.
Oh right, Josie. Yeah, Josie and the Pussycats. Also, I also think that was another thing where I was like, it's weird. I want to like hold hands with this girl, but not as her friend. What is the other option?
Weren't you like obsessed with that movie?
Wasn't I? I don't know.
I thought you were. Will you please look up the Josie and the Pussycats movie and see if it like jogs your brain? Because I swore you were obsessed with that movie. I think Rachel Lee Cook is Josie. Anything?
Like I remember the cover and stuff. Ask phone a friend, ask mom. Maybe she'll remember if I
Okay.
was obsessed or not.
Was I obsessed with it?
Maybe you were.
Maybe I was.
Maybe
I'll text mom.
maybe you're secretly a homosexual.
Maybe secretly, even to myself.
No, you always liked boys a lot. It was weird. Made me uncomfortable.
Don't judge my lifestyle.
Creepy little choices. Riley, I've been wanting to ask before David, did you have any other boyfriends? You had that one guy that was your best friend's former boyfriend for like a week to 2 weeks.
Oh, if that even. Are you talking about in high school that,
Yeah.
oh, we'll bleep its name. Yeah, no, that was for like 2 seconds and he was gross.
Did he
I
do
did.
something?
No, he was just yucky.
Oh.
Well, he did put his hand up my shirt, but just on my stomach. And like, even at that time, I was like, that's lame.
I don't know what that
Like, I
laugh
didn't want him to do anything else, but like,
was. You're
I was
also just
really?
like, the fuck is this?
Yeah, no, truly, like, it just sat there on my bare stomach.
You should have mirrored it, but then slowly just pushed your finger into his belly button and gone boop. Just a sound.
It was really weird. And then he was basically like, I just don't really like you like that. And I was like, You put your hand on my bare stomach. What is that supposed to mean? That's not what friends do. I don't do that with my friends.
Did you
But
date other guys?
there was only one other guy. He also worked at Pizza Hut. He was, so I was 17. He was 26, 23.
Ugh.
He was in his 20s. That's not good.
I will say, I
Uh,
mean, 23 is gross, but 26 is like really not okay.
I
Did
know.
mom
I
and dad
can't
know?
remember. Yes, they found out. He had also been in jail and he had a tongue ring.
What? Oh, you bop it, bitch.
And he was my first kiss, and it was at Pizza Hut. I know, and I can never do that over. I'm stuck with that. I'm stuck with it. So make good choices when you're 17. So we ended up breaking up. I actually called it off with him because he ended up back in jail, and he had some excuse for why. I don't quite remember. That's kind of when mom and dad got involved. So he like went back to
Wait, did
jail.
they hold on? Did they know beforehand how old he was when you guys were like dating?
I don't think so. I mean, we were dating, but like I saw him at work mostly, and then I would like sneak around. So like it's not like I brought him. I don't think they ever like met him. Like I didn't bring him to the house. Like he's my boyfriend.
Yeah, no, I know that, but like you guys were
Yeah.
dating and
No,
a
like we
very
were definitely dating. And so
gross.
once he got out of jail, I was like, yeah, so like I don't like I was legitimately like freaked out at that point, but I didn't, I had to like stay cool. So I was like, yeah, my parents like are really weirded out, like don't want me dating you because you've been in jail, like because they're lame.
Wait, you're freaked
So
out by him.
yes, well, yeah, by the
Okay.
jail thing, I was like, ooh, maybe this isn't such a good idea, but because I was a stupid teenager, I couldn't, I couldn't just say that, and I also couldn't tell mom and dad they were right. So I was just like, bleh. I decided to break up with him for my own reasons and blame it on you.
I think as a parent though that like I wouldn't you as a parent be happy to be the excuse your daughters use? Like if that's the only
Oh,
way they feel like
yes.
comfortable or if that's the only way they'll do it. I like yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, but as a teenager, I didn't understand that mom and dad
Yeah.
would have been like, that's fine. We would love if
They're
you
like
would do
that's fine and
that.
that's also true. So excellent double.
We're fine with this. So I broke up with him. And then my friend, who also worked at Pizza Hut with us, then was like, hey, so like we're dating now. And he actually told me that like he liked me all along while you guys were dating. And I was like, well, that's a really dick move. And also, he's been in jail, right? Like, that, right? Like, okay.
That's also because I know this friend and look, there's no way she was she was his second pick. Let's be real.
Oh, thank you.
No, I'm just saying it's not even just like I'm not even being shallow on like a prettiness thing. It's also just personality.
Looking back,
She was very
I'm
pick me girl.
seeing, yes, I'm seeing these things, and then I'm thinking about her offspring, and I'm like, yep, that checks. Don't be stupid and don't work at Pizza Hut.
I didn't know your first kiss was at 17 though. That's cute.
Is it?
I thought it was.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I'm still imagining it back by the proofing dough. It's not
Ugh,
good.
that's not sanitary either.
Oh, honey, if you if you knew the things that went on at Pizza Hut, you'd never eat there again. As I have not.
Oh man.
Right by the
We should oh
calzones.
my god.
Okay.
I feel like you should get an alcohol, like I have an alcohol, and we should also just play like Never Have I Ever or Truth and Dare, something like that, because this is fun. I'm learning so much
Okay,
about
next
you.
time. Next time, let's do that.
What about right
like,
now?
Let's save those. What? Because I still have the rest of my game.
Okay, go, I guess.
Also, I can't get an alcohol because it takes me so long to get in here. And then I have to go all the way upstairs. And then I'll be tired.
Oh my god. Then you need the cardio. You can do it.
Age shame me. What?
Do
What now?
people should let us know if they think Never Have I Ever would be fun.
I'll ask on the gram. I have to make a note though, because otherwise I won't remember because I'm old.
Also, mom can't listen.
She's going to listen.
Well,
Especially since you said that. She's going to be like, fuck you, I'll listen. Because she says that all the time.
that's so
About
mom.
you.
Okay, well, yeah,
kidding.
that seems like something she'd say about me. Well, mom, you might learn things you don't like.
Be warned. Moms, be warned. Okay.
It's a trigger warning just for Mutt Mutt.
Her own personal trigger warning. We're her own personal triggers.
Can I get your daughter's little matching shirts that say
Oh,
mommy's personal trigger warning?
that would be so funny. Ooh, okay.
And
Sorry, I'm just making my
it'd be
note.
so great.
It would be. Okay. Where are we? Georgia Nicholson or Stephanie Plum?
Man. Oh, man. I'm going to say, especially because the memory is Georgia Nicholson, because Stephanie Plum I read by myself. Not all the books, but I read them by myself, whereas Georgia Nicholson was during Triangle time.
Yes.
And do you remember, because I was in elementary school, do you remember that you'd be reading and sometimes you would stop and then skip a couple pages or like skip a section because it was inappropriate?
It was too saucy. Yes.
Yeah.
I do remember that. I also remember laughing so hard that like I could not speak or read. It was you, mom, and I, hence the triangle. We were the 3 points of the triangle, and we would read those books out
the
loud.
triangle were you, Shiloh, and me.
Fond memories. Are you sure? I thought mom was there.
I mean, mom was sometimes there, but no, for Triangle time, it was like mom started calling it Triangle time because I would be on your bed and Shiloh would be on your bed. I have a picture. I'll find it.
Are you sure you're not just confused because they're both blonde? Are you sure it wasn't mom?
And they both tinkle when they're scared. No, it was Shiloh.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll believe you. I think for those same reasons, I'm gonna have to go with Georgia Nicholson too, because those are such. And again, it was just like at a period in my life that I read those that it just like hit me just right. I was like, oh, I feel understood.
Yeah.
And she has a big nose, and that was a huge thing. No
Yeah.
pun intended. Like that was a big part of why I like connected with her was because she also was very insecure about her nose.
And looks in general. Yeah, I think what I loved other than the Triangle time, because it was especially while you were getting older and like we weren't getting along as well. So it was nice times that we had together, like Triangle time, specifically these books. But the other thing was I felt, because they were not for my age group. I was 10 and younger, 11 and younger.
Yeah, probably.
I was probably between like 9 to 10. Because you were reading them when we were still at the Z house.
Yeah, that's right. And now I'm thinking about like my daughter who's almost that age. And I'm like, oh, that is really young.
I think your daughter and I are also very different people.
Yeah.
And I think part of it was the 90s. Also, mom had told us about child murder. So Georgia Nicholson seemed, chill. And mom and dad, even though they can be like overprotective about some things, they were never really about what we read.
Yeah, you're right.
I was talking about this with Mutt Mutt recently, and she said that even with sexual content, it was more that like they wanted to make sure pretty much like it was a good representation of like healthy sexual interactions.
Yeah.
Which I respect, and I think that's fair. Like if I had kids, I think I would be fine. Like some adults, especially where I work, we end up recommending like lots of reading materials and stuff like that. And people are fine with like their 9-year-olds reading Deadpool, where there's like cussing and like insane violence, like really comic, like not even comical, but over the top, like super gross violence. But they just want to make sure there's no like sexual content. And it's very odd. It's very much an American thing, though.
Yeah.
Because I've heard that like in other countries, it's the reverse where they're like fine with the sexual content more so. And it's like the violence. And I'm like, I kind of get that. I think I would probably parent in a similar way in this case to mom and dad of being like, as long as I felt like the sexual content, I don't even think it has to like age appropriate maybe isn't even the correct word, because I'm like, I don't think it'd have to be age appropriate as long as it was like consensual and it didn't maybe like leave things really confusing.
I agree with that.
because I remember reading some books and I was surprised about them. It's a series I love and I want to revisit, but the main character ends up, and it's not super graphic, but there's like sex scenes in them, and I read them when I was probably 12, and Dad previewed them. Like Dad read through them to make sure they were like appropriate for me,
Oh,
and I was shocked when I got to those points, and I was like, Dad read that, like, it was okay.
wow.
I talked to Mom about it like within the past couple months because I was like, did Dad, do you think he actually read them? And what she was saying is that like they were looking more for things that would be really upsetting, like sexual assault.
Mm-hmm.
And because the sex was consensual and it wasn't like really graphically displayed. I mean, it was obvious that they were having sex. It was a sex scene.
Sure.
But because it was like things like that and the violence in it was like fantasy violence and not like really gratuitous, they were fine with me reading it as like a 12-year-old, which I think is very cool of them.
I was going to say, yeah, I think I agree with a lot of that actually. It's like as long as you're getting the healthy notions of what sex should be and that it's not confused with violence or, that there is consent, I think that's a good way to go about it, honestly. Oh, hold on. I think I have a text from Mom.
Okay. Mutt.
Nope, it is not from Mom. It's Dad saying goodnight.
Oh, I bet I have one too.
Aw. Bet
Yep.
you don't. Bet I get mine first.
When was your set? Mine was 9:44.
9:44.
Does he just have like one that goes out to all of us at the? He doesn't even type it out. I type mine out each
I
time.
do too. No, I'm pretty sure it's like on a timer.
I'm going to check. When were all the other ones sent?
So I got one, well, maybe not a timer exactly. I got one last night at 9:05.
Same. What about
God damn
9:23?
it.
What about 9:23 on Monday? Okay, Sunday 9:16 p.m.
Yes!
God, Dad. Do you think he just has like the secretary do it or something? Schedule it for the day. It is. It is really cute that he does that.
It is cute, but I love that it's the exact same time for both
Yeah.
of us.
No, that part cracks. Like it's so sweet, but it's also the most dad way he could do it.
Yes, that's so true. Would you rather, would you that, have a magic school bus or a magic tree house?
Magic Treehouse.
See, because like a magic school bus, like you could go to like, well, you know what though?
Do you want to go in somebody's body? Like, and do you
Well,
want to be
no, and
really
like
small?
also,
Spiders are huge.
I didn't think this through though, because you could totally do that in the magic tree house too, depending on what book you had.
Yeah.
That's a dumb
And
question. I'm
and you
so
could go.
sorry.
No, it's fine. We all make mistakes. No, Magic Tree. Oh God, I did love that series.
It's a good
I'm
series.
so sad. Your oldest has quote unquote grown out of them. I'm like, aren't they still her reading level?
I know, but she moved on so quick to just like more complicated stories. My youngest likes them now though.
Oh, that's good. That's good to know that she does.
Yeah.
I love getting them books and comics and stuff as presents. I picked them up. Oh, do I have them nearby? Hold on. I do. I got this for the youngest because she really liked the one that I got for the oldest because it doesn't have any
Oh
words.
yeah, that's why it's familiar.
Yeah, it's so cute.
Jeff the shark.
It's called It's Jeff. And it's just this little shark guy who is on land. He's kind of like a puppy, and he just causes cute little mischief for all the Marvel superheroes. And then I got your oldest, because these are the first comics I read. Some of the first ones.
Oh, nice.
Scooby Doo comics. I thought she would really like that.
She
And
will like that.
They're very cute. They're very much like the original cartoon
Oh, sweet.
in like style and also writing.
I love it. Okay, well, that was a dumb question, so we're moving on.
Okay.
Low-rise jeans or cargo pants? I already know the answer.
No, my two true loves. I really,
Oh, both.
yeah.
You
Well, I
like a
guess
low-rise jean?
I think that's what all mine are. Maybe mine are mid-rise.
Yours are not low-rise. If your crack isn't showing, or I guess what was supposed to be like your thong underwear isn't showing when you're sitting down, they're not low-rise.
Oh, okay. Okay, then yeah, cargo.
Okay, good choice.
Are you low-rise? Are you cargo now?
I was low rise in my youth. Like
But you were
some of
also
those.
wearing like some polos that you didn't want to wear. So were you secretly cargo the entire time?
No, I really did like my low rise jeans. I will say that. I felt super cute in them. Don't know why. When I look back at pictures, I'm like, my vajayjay should be out. I don't know if it's migrated or what, but like
It's trying to run away from the border.
they're low.
They're so
And like, but that
low.
was the point is like when you sat down that like your thong underwear was supposed to be peeking out.
Yeah, a little whale tail.
Um, but like I can't and won't wear those now because they're so uncomfortable. So I guess I'm gonna
Yeah.
have to go cargo pants, even though I think those are hideous too. Sorry.
You're in your heart, you can always be low rise. You can be low rise.
I don't think I can anymore. I don't think
I'm
that's
sorry.
me.
I'm really
Yeah.
sorry.
We only have two more questions. Warheads or baby bottle pops?
Oh, warheads. I like a little pain.
I'm gonna. I am gonna have to go
Baby
warheads. I
bottle
was
pop,
obsessed with
baby
those, even though they're
Yeah.
disgusting and they hurt.
Yeah, but
Obsessed.
then my mouth is already starting to do the
I
tinkle water.
know. I know.
Well, the
Oh,
thing
it's like,
was
why did we
that
do that?
they were terrible. They were terrible, but then the candy underneath was so good.
Yeah, but you had to go through so much. You know, they're not like, because I still love Sour Patch Kids. That's my favorite
Ugh,
candy.
sames, baby
But
girl.
those aren't. See, we do have stuff in common.
We
But those
do.
are like
Okay,
just a
we can be
little bit
friends.
of pain, but they're mostly good. Warheads are
Those are like
like,
no
they're
pain. Warheads.
so bad.
I remembered that like legitimately my tongue would be bleeding. Like I'd eat
Oh,
so many, my tongue would bleed. My like the skin on it would be white and like peeling off.
yes. Yes, they like
It's
burn
we have
your
to
taste
stop
buds
my.
off.
I'm getting so much spit in my mouth. Ow!
Okay, last question.
Okay, Obi.
Sabrina's magical powers or Buffy's slaying
Buffy.
abilities?
Buffy.
Oh, you didn't even let me finish.
Can you imagine being that like fucking ripped and like strong and not having to do anything?
I
And
do love the
honestly,
idea of that.
like Sabrina's powers go wrong a lot. And you have to be able to rhyme. Like they're not and I'm no MC. No, they just like they go wrong a lot and I feel like
Fair.
they're like a little more finicky where Buffy is just like crazy fucking strong all the time, doesn't have to do anything about it. And I'm like, that would be so cool. Also, I mean, if you were the only person with Buffy's strength, you would be the strongest person in the world. Can you imagine how freeing it'd be to know that like nobody could attack you or hurt you? Like you'd literally be so safe. And
But
I
she
think as a
does get attacked a lot.
yeah,
And
but
she
I'm
does
saying
get hurt.
but that's by other creatures. You're just saying like if I had Buffy's powers in
Oh,
our
true, true,
current
true.
world,
Yeah.
like I mean,
But would
yeah,
you
it's
then be obligated to like help others all the time?
I mean, I guess if you wanted to be nice, but like you could just not too. I think it would be awesome because you could help people. Here's the thing though, like if you were helping people, you'd be helping people with like pretty little because she heals from shit super fast. So like yeah, normal things can kill you, like guns can kill you, knives can kill you, but like they have to be real good. They have to, especially with like a gun, like that bullet, it has to pretty much kill you instantly because you heal super fast. And then like you could do whatever you want. You don't have to worry about like scary men attacking you. Like I get lots of energy bursts at night, but I can't go out and run at night, especially not with headphones in. If I had Buffy's powers, I'd just pop headphones in and go run.
Theoretically, though, you could also magic the bad guys away.
If I could rhyme, but like fight or flight or freeze, I wouldn't even have to worry about that.
Okay, okay. I see your points. I think I still gotta go with Sabrina's magic.
No, that's yeah. I mean, I think yeah, I could see you picking that. Makes sense.
Thank you.
I support your decisions. Even though they're different than mine, we can still support and love each other and be friends.
You're right. I'm so glad that we've been able to see that in each other and see
Yeah.
the good in each other and finally like each other.
Yeah,
after
because
all
this
these
entire
years.
podcast, it's really actually just been like hatred, like pure hatred. And now we're just coming together in
There's
love
just
and
been
harmony.
a quiet rage in the background of every episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now look at us.
It's over now,
healed.
guys. It's over.
We're healed and whole.
Yep, but now the magic is gone. This is the last episode. Goodbye.
It would be really funny if you actually just ended it there. It'd be
Like,
such
well,
a
we're
good
healed
joke.
now. We don't need to do this shit.
Bye, bitches. It was just
Okay,
a
goodbye.
crazy project a therapist recommended, and we went hard. The craziest group project, group therapy, man. I really feel like you and I should have had a third sibling. I think we would have done well with one.
Why? I don't want anybody else. They're
Aw,
probably
cause
gross and weird.
no, I feel like honestly, I I was talking to Justin recently, and I was like, Justin's
Sweet
kind of
baby
like sweet baby
Justin.
Justin. He could be our brother. He's also
Okay,
blonde.
that's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine. I don't want some other weirdo that we grew up with. Like, I don't want that.
No,
That
no,
sounds terrible.
yeah, but we could invite him into the fold. I think
Oh, yeah.
I can't remember if he might actually be older than you. How old are you?
34? 5? Hold on.
You figure that out. I'll text Justin.
34.
I am pretty sure Justin just turned 35 this spring.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Do I look pretty at this angle where you can't see my nose? Like, I look like I could be really hot, right? Take a picture. Take a screenshot. Take a screenshot.
I
I
would
look like I
rather
could
see.
secretly be really hot.
God.
Do it.
I would rather see your entire face because I feel like anytime I post videos of you, like my whole face is out and you're like half pop filter.
Okay, but here, look. I look like I could secretly be hot.
Stop saying. I mean, we could all secretly be hot, but we're not. Everybody's filtered now anyway, so nobody looks like they actually look anyway.
That's a good point. Kelsey likes my nose, which I don't understand. And then she was talking about her crushes before, and I was like, "Oh, did they have big noses?" Because I was thinking, she was like, "Well, I like women with a prominent nose," and I was just like, "No, you don't. You're just saying that because like you're with me." And then I was like, "What about that huge crush you had in high school? What did her nose look like?" And she's like, "It was larger than average, actually. It was a prominent nose." And I was like, "Damn it. Okay, fine. Maybe you do like them."
I love that she's like trying to give you a genuine sweet compliment and you're just like,
Yeah.
fuck you, I bet you're lying.
Look, hurt people hurt people.
No, I mean, I get it. I've gotten so bad at taking compliments, or at least I was, that like I just don't get any anymore. And I'm like, why doesn't anybody compliment me?
You have to compliment, but it can't be like over the top. Like I feel
Yeah.
like if I was like, "Oh my god, you have bang," like that's why I was just like, "Oh, your bangs look cute." Because I'm like, if you go too far overboard, it just makes the person self-conscious. Like at least it makes me think like, "Oh,
Yeah.
you seem to love my bangs so much. Did I look ugly without them and I should have done this sooner?" Or it makes me think like, "Are they just really weird and noticeable?" And that's why you're like, "Holy shit, you have bangs. You have bangs."
That's what I always think is that second one is like, oh, there must be something wrong with them, but people are trying to make me feel like they're okay.
I think both of them almost at the same time.
Okay, we got to wrap this up
Yeah,
because
no, we
again,
gotta.
it was supposed to be short.
We've talked about so much stuff. Yeah, I guess let us know if you want
Yeah.
us to do a never have I ever / truth or dare except not truth or except not dare because this is a audio format. And yeah, maybe I'll cover 17 magazine next time.
That would be awesome.
Wish me happy birthday. You can send presents to me. Gifts are my love language. I'm just saying.
She's just saying. If you think of it, play a little birthday bongo for Sid for her birthday.
Yeah, I would love that. Call me, beat me if you want to reach me, and then I'll give you an address so you can send me a recording. I want a physical tape of you playing birthday bongos. That's what I want.
At 1 in the morning.
At 1 a.m.
Okay. Good night. Goodbye. Get out.
Goodbye. You've reached Sid.
And Riley.
We can't come to the phone right now.
So leave a message after the beep. Ruining Our Childhood was filmed in front of a live studio audience.
Psych. But it is produced by us, Riley and Cassidy.
With music by Joseph Tuna Medish.
You can follow us on Instagram at Ruining Our Childhood Pod.
Or send us an email at ruiningourchildhoodpod@gmail.com.
Support the show through our Coffee account ko-fi.com/ruining our childhood podcast.
Later.